Hello again. This is Satan's Trilogy. I am the author and the narrator. This is Chapter 4, Reading 33. Hope you enjoy it. Mr. Mason took a final look at the student body and then added to his comments. It has been said that opportunity knocks only once. Please, I'm asking each and every one of you to consider working hard for the remainder of your enrollment at Grant High and take advantage of this tremendous opportunity when you graduate. Esther looked about, and all of her friends were frozen in their seats. Each was imagining all of the possibilities now available to them. Esther understood that this was a life-changing opportunity for everyone. That is, everyone but her. Esther didn't really need this scholarship, nor would she need tuition to the school of her choice. Esther did need to be accepted at the school of her choice, but she would have to wait for a response from Chicago's Culinary School of World Cuisine. This is where she had hopes of developing her culinary skills. Mr. Mason said, "I have hired an additional 6 student advisors for the next 4 years. They are sitting behind me. They each have extensive expertise in helping students in achieving their goals. They are all dedicated professionals. Each senior student will meet with one of these advisors before the end of the week. Their goal is to provide each student the needed help in deciding their next course of action. At Grant High, we have dealt with low incomes, poverty, and discrimination, and that is why I believe that all of you will reach out to your advisor, focus on studies, apply to the schools of your choice, and make a rewarding future for yourself and perhaps others." Mr. Mason took a sip from a glass of water and continued, "I am so excited that I can hardly contain my enthusiasm." Mr. Mason pointed his index finger to the students at the far right of the stadium and started to address everyone as he moved his finger to the far left of the stadium. This is your chance in life to do something you might have felt was impossible. It is real, it is now, and it is here for your taking. I hope you all profit from it, and as you succeed in life, perhaps some of you will become benefactors to our school one day. Appearing exhausted and yet still excited, Mr. Mason brought to conclusion his address to the students. "We are providing the best student advisors in the country. They are now at your disposal. Each will introduce him or herself and speak briefly. During this meeting, some of our faculty will post a list containing each student's name along with his advisor. This list will be posted at nearly 60 locations throughout our school. The list also includes a date and time to meet your advisor for a consultation. I suggest each of you make it a priority to attend that opportunity with your advisor. Please understand that seniors must be given their earliest appointments since they will graduate at the end of this semester, and their decisions must be made quickly. To each senior, good luck. To all of you, congratulations." Mr. Mason turned and walked away from the podium as all 6 student advisors stood and began applauding his speech. Instantly, the entire student body rose and joined in the applause. The sound was exciting and the volume was deafening, and everyone could feel the excitement within the stadium. The applause went on for nearly 6 minutes, and no one was interested in stopping. But the first speaker stood at the podium, and having patiently approved the applause, he knew that it was time to move on with the agenda. And so he raised his arms and began to speak. With the student body finally quiet, he loudly expressed himself. First of all, congratulations to all of you. The students again erupted in applause, but this time it was in celebration for each other. By now, they all understood that they had won the lottery, as Mr. Mason had put it. Raising his arms again, with his palms forward to quiet the students, he attempted to speak. I have helped students for 23 years, and I have never been so excited. I will never forget the day that 1,800 students were given the opportunity of a lifetime. Each and every one of you now has a door of opportunity open to you, and the fee to enter is very low. A grade point average of C is designed to prevent the exclusion of anyone. But I challenge all of you to work hard and show the world you deserve this opportunity. Slowly he moved his gaze from the far left of the bleachers to the far right. When he had finished surveying the student population, he yelled out, "I am Mr. Tong. My parents immigrated from Korea, and I was born here in the land of opportunity. I will work hard to help every student achieve their goals." Mr. Tong moved away from the podium as the student body again broke out in a thunderous round of applause. 5 more students, advisors, singularly approached the podium, and each was as excited as the one before him, if not more so, and they all were excellent speakers, exciting the students, congratulating them, and eventually receiving a round of applause. Surprisingly, by the time the last student advisor had finished her address to the students, the bell rang, and the students were slow to respond. As if awakening from a dream, they stood and began to leave. It would be hard to concentrate during the 3rd period. As the students stood and began to leave, the final speaker offered some quick comments. Study, learn, and prepare for the future. My name is Dr. Wen, and I am dedicated to you. Day turned to Chris and spoke to him. Hey, we're meeting at Noah's Diner after school. Why don't you come? 6 girls and 1 guy? You should love that. Besides, this club needs a bit of male masculinity, not to mention your stunning sense of style. They stood smiling, waiting for a response. Chris looked at the girls surrounding him. Esther was drop-dead gorgeous. Day, every bit as much, but with a gothic style. Eve, Ellen, Chris were attractive and gothic, but in a more innocent and young girl style. Then there was Raven. She had it all: looks, gothic style, and a sexuality that turned heads. Chris looked at Day and said, 2 lottery wins in one day? What are the chances of that ever happening? Smiling at Day, Chris said, I'll be there. Unless I am dead, I'll be there. Esther looked at Chris and laughed. For a young man that seemed a bit on the softer side, he just revealed his masculine side. Does anyone need a ride? Asked Esther. Raven spoke up. I had to ride the bus today. My car broke down on the highway 2 days ago. I'm trying to get it repaired, but money's tight, and I haven't had a chance to talk with my dad. Meet me at the parking lot, and I'll give you a ride on my bike, said Esther. It'll be fun. Raven looked at Esther as differently as they were in appearance. She knew that this was someone she could count on. All right, thanks, Esther. I'll be there. Everyone slowly joined the progression out of the stadium. Most of the students were mentally trying to soak up what just happened, and no one seemed in a hurry to leave. Still, with 1,800 students moving towards the doors, the girls became separated and lost track of each other. Esther easily went through the day finding her classes, and at 3 of her classes she found Day and her friends there, waiting for her to join them. Day always had a seat reserved for Esther. While 1,800 students was a large number, the students that were able to handle advanced classes was small. Esther found herself sharing nearly the entire day with Day, Eve, Ellen, Chris, and yes, even Chris York. It turns out he not only dressed avant-garde, but also excelled in studies. Raven was in 2 of the scholastic classes that the girls shared. 6th hour was physical education. The girls had to wear school uniforms, purple shorts, and a purple t-shirt with the Grant High School logo printed on them. Sitting on the bleachers, waiting for the instructor to start class, Esther noticed the physical education instructor was a very attractive woman in her mid-20s. Her blonde hair pulled back into a ponytail. She stood at least 5'8" Esther's height. As the bell rang, the instructor moved to the center in front of the girls sitting on the bleachers. Standing in front of the girls in a school uniform like the ones they were wearing, the instructor raised a microphone to her lips and began her address to the class. My name is Miss Strong. This is my first semester at Grant High. I have no idea what happened to the instructor that I am replacing, and I didn't ask. Mr. Mason approached me about a teaching job at this school and offered me this position. He told me that he wanted to see the young women, students of Grant High, excel not only in scholastics, but also in sports and physical education. I accepted the job offer for 2 reasons. I graduated from Grant High 12 years ago and loved this school. The second reason is because my mother is dying from lung cancer and I needed to move back home. The girls suddenly became quiet. Most of them had realized the instructor had just shared something personal with them. What had been shared was saddening. Miss Strong stood in front of the students silently for a minute, maybe more. Now I have shared with you something personal. I hope that all of you will share something with me, something that will bond us closer together before the end of this semester. Walking down to the far side of the bleachers, Miss Strong looked at the stretch of girls sitting on the bleachers. I believe that you not only need to be strong in academics to succeed in life, but you need to be strong mentally and physically. I believe that if you are at the top of your physical conditioning, you will have greater confidence in yourself, and that will pass on to your success in life's challenges. This class will be about physical conditioning. Everyone that stays will receive a grade of A, but if you stay, you'll follow my instructions. Then you will be a better and stronger person at the end of the semester. If you stay in this class, I'll only ask one thing of you, that you give me your 100% effort on our training. If I don't see your commitment to this class, I'll ask you to leave." Miss Strong walked back to the center of the bleachers and again spoke. "We'll start today with running 2 miles. That's 8 times around the track. If I find that you're giving less than your best, I'll send you to the study hall for the rest of the semester, and your grade will be a C for the class. I am not interested in failing anyone. I want to see each and every one of you succeed." Taking a moment to give the girls a chance to think, Miss Strong then added, "If you are too weak to run the 2 miles in the class period, you must run until I blow my whistle to go shower." Taking a step forward and smiling at the girls, Miss Strong smiled at the entire class of 60 girls and added, "I know that you all have been offered a fantastic scholarship opportunity, and this class can help your grade point average. If you don't even have to study, just come to class and follow my instructions." Miss Strong then allowed her smile to disappear, and she added, "If you want the A, you cannot miss even 1 day. I don't care if you are sick, and unless your mother or father died, I don't want to hear the excuse. Those are the rules. Are there any questions?" After a few moments of silence, Miss Strong said, "Then everyone that wants an A, start running. I'll blow my whistle when everyone can come in for their shower." Miss Strong, with emphasis, said, "Decide now. If you're staying, start running." She blew her whistle and started yelling, "Go, go, 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 out the door that is behind me, and run down to the track and start running laps." Everyone jumped up and started for the door. "I said run, not walk," barked Miss Strong. As the bleachers emptied, Raven Day and her girlfriends, along with Esther, remained on the bleachers. They had turned to Esther. "I hate running. I really hate running." That is the end of reading 33. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, take care.